There's weird things.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Miami. We are pleased to announce that the Norwegian Sky has been cleared by the local authorities, and we can now begin with our disembarkation process.
What's going on, guys? So we have landed this morning in Miami. Unfortunately, it's time for us to get off the boat. They just made the announcement. So Priscilla already has her bags together. Boom, packing my camera bag now. And
we are good to go?
We're good to go. Let's jump out of this room and get in line. So check it out, guys. We're waiting in this massive line, trying to get off the ship. But next to us here, we're on the back of the Norwegian right now. And next to us is Disney's ship. Which one is that?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. But super cool. Plans for 2021. Disney cruise right there. Get excited for that. But anyways, let's continue this very long wait. At least it's moving a little bit, and at least I like how we're all hanging out on the basically the track waiting to get off, because it's nice fresh air versus being if we were like stuck inside the ship waiting in a line. But yeah, but super cool ship. Ooh.
Well, I think you could show this to your mom. She would tell you which one it is.
Yeah. My mom and dad are Disney cruise experts. They go on at least one a year.
So we were leaving the ship and Brian just got denied.
I got denied access off.
Because apparently we owe them money or they owe us money, which we think is the second option. The other side, we are waiting. We thought they're going to refund us on our credit card, but they have to give you like actual money.
Yep. Basically, Norwegian owes us money, and I can't get off the ship until they give it to me, which I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Alright guys, it's a sad time. Unfortunately, our vacation cruise on the Norwegian Sky has come to a close.
Yeah.
We're in the car on the way back to Orlando from Miami. Miami's back there. Orlando is
Up ahead.
that way. So anyways, a lot of stuff to talk about on the cruise, and eventually we want to do kind of a comparison video because we have other cruises planned in the future, but we want to do a comparison video eventually of Norwegian, what they do right, what they do wrong versus Carnival, Royal Caribbean. One thing real quick I wanted to talk about, the premium drinking package. This is a big subject. I don't think we mentioned it earlier, but we wanted to really get the full experience before we talked about this, so we're saving it for the very end. Premium drinking package. Priscilla and I both had it. It comes to $99 a day about, right? So keep that in mind. So in my opinion, unless you're like on a spring break booze cruise, bachelor party, bachelorette party, planning on not getting off at the ports and just staying on the ship, I personally don't think it would be worth it, right?
No, I don't think it's worth it. If you drink a lot,
if you drink a lot, because honestly, of course for us, this was a work trip that I went on, so we had ours automatically included. with that, so we wanted to try to take full advantage of it. That's why in a lot of the shots you see us with drinks.
That's right.
But like, let's see, when we left in Miami, I may have only had like 3 or 4 the first day, maybe 5, and you probably only had like 2 or 3.
Yeah, not much.
Key West day, kind of the same, because we were in Key West all morning. And Nassau, kind of the same too. I probably had the most yesterday because I had a few wine refills at dinner.
Yeah.
I had some dark and stormies, Moscow Mules, old fashions, but like so Nassau I drank the most, but definitely not even close to 10 drinks. And that was what we were kind of averaging, is if the package is roughly $99 a day, average price of a drink included in that package is around $10, because the beers are a little less, some of the wines are a little less, some of the nicer drinks a little bit more. And with the package, it has to be $15 or less on the menu is included. Anything above that, there will be you get a 20% discount, but it's only included in the ultimate drinking package, which is like $40 more a day or something for the ultimate one. But yeah, so average of $10 per drink, let's say. So basically you'd have to drink 10 drinks at least each day for it to be worth it. And really, especially if you're on a cruise with all the port destinations, I don't see that being like a thing. I would rather just pay a la carte in the future. And yeah, but I know a lot of times when you're booking Norwegian, you can sometimes select for that to be included versus something else. So in my opinion, maybe it'd be smarter to use that money elsewhere.
Specialty dining.
Specialty dining. Now, specialty dining, that steak dinner, and I had the seafood last night at the steakhouse. That was great. That everything on that, the appetizers, the soups, the entree, the dessert, that butterscotch cheesecake was awesome. So, anyways, that's kind of a good overview. We had a great time. We had a lot of fun. This was our first time on a Norwegian cruise. A lot different than Carnival.
Yeah.
And I've done Disney a long time ago. Of course, way different than Disney. But Norwegian is more of a, I would say, classy, elegant style cruise. Not as much geared towards families or kids. Like our ship didn't even have a water slide or anything like that. There was an arcade we found, but I would not recommend bringing like kids on this one, just because I feel like there's not much for them to do. I would stick with Disney or Carnival or Royal Caribbean for if you have kids with you. Also, guys, one more thing we wanted to mention, a couple more things. We had, well, let's see. Also, as you guys saw from our cruise ports, Key West and Nassau, we did not do any excursions at all. And part of the main reason, well, we did the rum distillery tour that my company kind of set up, which was a lot of fun and cool, and we got to walk around and see some awesome sights in Key West and Nassau. We saw some cool places. But, you know, usually with us, we like doing excursions, especially snorkeling is a big thing of ours. Anything out on the water. I love the water. That's half the reason why I go on a cruise. But in this case, the weather was absolutely crazy. Basically, what happened was on the first day when we were leaving Miami, a giant cold front went through Florida. And we had, you know, it wasn't like too cloudy. Oh, Nassau was kind of cloudy at times, but the worst was the wind, right?
It was terrible.
Yeah, it was just a non-stop, I think the first day about 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, which is all right. But then Key West, it was like 15 to 20 mile per hour winds. And then Nassau, I think it was like 20 to 25 mile per hour winds. So at both ports, and not only that, the temperature, because the cold front, of course, dropped. Yeah. You know, when we left Orlando originally, it was 90 degrees that day. It barely got over 71 degrees, 72 degrees on this cruise. Yeah. So it was a lot cooler, but the worst part was the wind. It made it impossible to do anything like water related.
Yeah.
Especially with how choppy the seas were in Nassau too. It was crazy. In the Nassau video, we were walking across the beach and the sand was just like blasting us. It's great for exfoliating our skin. It feels so soft now. However, it was awful. Sand getting in your eyes constantly. And of course on the ship, it was Saturday night, I think, was still the worst, with us like rocking like all over the place. Or even Sunday night, they even like by 11 o'clock they closed off all the decks. No one could go on any of the decks. All the activities were moved just to the interior of the ship, and then they were closing down like the food places early the last night, just because of how rough it was. And even the captain got on the speaker and warned everyone to use caution because of it. But yeah, so pretty bummed that we didn't have the best weather. We still had a great time, and definitely I feel like we took advantage of what we could do and still had fun at the ports, walking around and seeing everything and shopping and, you know, doing all that. Had some great food places. Best drink of the entire trip?
The fish fry.
The fish fry place in Nassau. Yeah, what was it you ordered?
I don't even know. She made like something special. I just told her what I liked, and she like created a drink. I think it was what you had, and she added grenadine.
Yeah, it was like 3 different rums. One of them was like a local rum. But yeah, out of all the drinks we had on the ship, which were good, our favorite one was in Nassau, actually. But anyways, so that was that. That was the weather. So, you know, you always make the best of it, which we did. Which, yeah, whatever. Can't change that now. Hopefully we'll have better weather on the next one.
Yep.
If you like this video, go ahead and click the like button, give us a little thumbs up, comment below, let us know what we can improve on, what you guys want to see. And yeah, and obviously there's a lot more videos in our channel. Check those out. The Norwegian Cruise is an entire playlist with our different stops in Key West and Nassau. Check out those videos if you didn't. And anyways, I think that's it, right?
Yep.
So we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Adios.